What's up, everybody? It's Yong here with my analysis of the brand new Legend of Zelda Wii U and NX artwork shown by Nintendo today via social media. That's right, folks, I said both Wii U and NX because the game has officially been confirmed to be coming out for both consoles on March 2017, which is when NX will launch, according to a press release that Nintendo released after their investors' meeting. Alright, so let's take a look at this artwork. Right off the bat, I've got to say that the art style definitely reminds me a lot of Skyward Sword, with its painting-like aesthetic and texture. However, there's definitely less of that impressionistic vibe that Nintendo was going for with Skyward Sword. The brushstrokes for Zelda and X's artwork seem more deliberate if you ask me. I'm no expert on art though, so I couldn't possibly tell you for sure what style of art the team took inspiration from, but it definitely has a bit of a unique flavor to it. Anyway, on to the smaller details. Obviously, we're looking at an artwork of our protagonist, Link. In my eyes, something about this version of Link gives off a more youthful vibe than in past games. In both Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, Link was 17 years old, but here I can totally see him being 14 or 15. Could just be me though. I would also like to note that Link looks more manly here than in past footage. I know a lot of people thought Link might be a chick when they saw the original trailer, but I think it's pretty clear here that the dude is a, well, dude. Featured in this artwork is the blue outfit shown in past footage, and it seems as though very little has changed about the design. Same could be said for the design of the hero's bow that Link is wielding here. I would like to note, however, that Link is drawing the arrow differently than we've seen before. I'm not sure if this is just a flair they added for this particular artwork, or if this will actually translate to gameplay, but peculiar nonetheless. Now, the arrow that he's using here is the same one that was given a spotlight all the way back when the game was announced in 2014. Once again, designs haven't changed all that much. Even the arrow's teeth and engravings have the exact same pattern as the one shown in footage from 2 years ago. Speaking of arrows, sitting near Link's buttocks is a quiver holding a number of arrows. It's highly doubtful that Link pulled a high-tech arrow from this small quiver, as you could only fit probably one of those in there, but we do get to see that these smaller, probably normal arrows also feature a blue and yellow pattern near the fletching. So perhaps this signifies that this high-tech arrow is less of a unique type of arrow, but rather a modification to regular arrows. This is further reinforced by footage from 2014, in which we see Link pull out arrows with bomb heads. Long story short, it seems highly likely that Zelda Wii U and NX will feature highly modifiable arrows in the form of swappable heads, and it's not like this is entirely new for the Zelda series. If you recall, in Twilight Princess, you could modify your arrows and transform them into bomb arrows. Perhaps we'll get an expanded version of this mechanic in the upcoming new Zelda game. Also found on Link's back is a sword and a wooden shield. The sword Link is using here definitely seems to be a beginner sword of sorts, probably the first one you'll find in the game, along the lines of the Ordon sword from Twilight Princess and the practice sword from Skyward Sword. Now, normally in a Zelda game, after your initial sword, you're granted the Master Sword not that long after, and that's pretty much the furthest your weapon selection will go, with the exception of 1 or 2 optional special swords. But footage from 2015 suggests that Zelda Wii U and NX may feature a variety of types of swords that Link will be able to wield throughout his adventure. Notice how Link is wielding a great sword here alongside his wooden shield. Great swords aren't new in the Zelda series, but the fact that it's being shown off so casually in-game could suggest that it's just one of many possible primary weapons that Link can wield. This is just theory, obviously, but I don't think it would be a bad thing to expand upon Link's meager arsenal of melee weapons. Now for the really interesting part. Check out this book hanging around Link's left hip. We actually got to see this book in the footage from 2015, but it was a bit blurry to make out any details. But now we can see the details on it quite clearly, and the first thing that I noticed is the Sheikah symbol featured in the front cover. It's got the eye and the 3 triangles up top that one would expect. There is little doubt in my mind that this is somehow related to the Sheikah. I also noticed that its engravings and color scheme match those found on the high-tech arrow head. So could these two things originate from the same civilization? Considering their similarities, I would be surprised if it weren't so. And the fact that the book features a Sheikah symbol could mean that both the book and the arrowhead originate from Sheikah civilization. Very interesting prospect indeed. As for what purpose this book serves, well, that's just hard to say at this point. It definitely gives off a mystical aura though, which perhaps indicates that it will allow Link to cast a variety of spells. I would certainly welcome the return of spells, which we haven't seen since Ocarina of Time. I also get the feeling that this book will serve a pivotal role to the story. Hell, I would even go as far as to predict that Zelda Wii U and NX's official title will be based around this book. That's just a guess though. Not much else I can say about the book. If you have any thoughts and theories of your own, let us know in the comments below. One final thing I would like to analyze about this artwork is the smudge behind Link. While it's entirely possible that this smudge really is just smudge that's there for artistic purposes or whatever, I would argue that it's actually hiding an important entity of this new Zelda game. For example, check out this official artwork from Twilight Princess. In this image, we see Link in the front and his wolf transformation in the back. Also, if you check out Skyward Sword's cover art, you can see Link in the front and Fi in the back. My point with all this is that this style of art that positions Link in the foreground and an important entity in the background is not an uncommon occurrence with a Zelda game, and I get the feeling that there's something similar going on here, with the important entity being smudged out so they can be properly revealed at E3 2016, which Nintendo confirmed will focus on Zelda Wii U and NX. Assuming this is true, the question becomes just who is Nintendo hiding in the background? My guess is a brand new character that will act as Link's next companion, but the smudges could very well be hiding a villain. Hard to say for sure, but I guess we'll have to wait until E3 2016 to find out. So there you have it folks, my analysis of the new Legend of Zelda Wii U and NX artwork. Thank you for tuning in. Obviously a lot of what I've shared with you today are my own educated guesses, but I would love to know some of your thoughts and theories, so be sure to let us know in the comments below. And to be further updated on Zelda Wii U, stay tuned right here on Yong Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Yong out!